So the next type of linear inequations are rational linear inequations. In this type of questions, you will be given a fraction where the numerator is a linear expression, the denominator is a linear expression. So x minus 5 by x plus 2 is less than 1. So in solving this, what you should not do is, you should not cross multiply this. You cannot directly cross multiply this. That is, you cannot say x minus 5 is less than x plus 2. If you directly do this, you won't get the right answer. Because if you cross multiply this, that means you're using cross multiplication rule. And we have seen in the cross multiplication rule that when you do cross multiplication, if both of these have same sign, then the inequality does not change. If both of these have opposite signs, the inequality changes. So we don't know the sign of x plus 2 because x plus 2 is a variable. Is x plus 2 positive or negative? I don't know. Till I find x, I don't know whether x plus 2 is positive or negative. So I cannot directly do this. So what do you do here? So the standard way is you bring all the terms onto one side. That is, this should not be done. So this will not be done. So what I do is x minus 5 by x plus 2, if it is less than 1, this implies x minus 5 by x plus 2 minus 1 is less than 0. This implies I take the LCM x minus 5 minus x minus 2 by x plus 2 is less than 0. X and x is getting cancelled. This implies minus 7 by x plus 2 is less than 0. So if I divide both sides with minus 7, if I divide both sides with minus 7, I get 1 by x plus 2. I am dividing with a negative number, so the sign of inequality reverses, greater than 0, because 0 by minus 7 is also equal to 0. So 1 by x plus 2 is greater than 0. You have a fraction, numerator by denominator is positive. And you can very clearly see that numerator is positive. Numerator is positive. So if numerator is positive and the fraction is also positive, then obviously the denominator has to be positive. So this implies x plus 2 has to be greater than 0. This implies x is greater than minus 2. So this will be the answer to this question. So is it clear? So instead of directly cross multiplying it, we bring all the terms onto one side. Then I get an effective fraction either greater than 0 or less than 0. So depending on whether the fraction is greater than 0 or less than 0, I'll do the analysis. Now let us go to the second question. So here also you have a fraction greater than 4. So instead of cross multiplying, I take this 4 onto this side. So 7x minus 5 by 8x plus 3 minus 4 is greater than 0. So this implies, now I'll do the cross multiply. Now I'll do the LCM. So 7x minus 5 minus 4 times 8x is 32x minus 12 by 8x plus 3 is greater than 0. This implies 7x minus 32x. 7x minus 32x is minus 25x minus 5 minus 12 is minus 17 by 8x plus 3 is greater than 0. This implies, now I'll uniformly multiply both sides with a minus because you have both of them minus. So if I uniformly divide with a minus sign, I get 25x plus 17 by 8x plus 3 is less than 0. Because if I multiply with minus 1, the sign of inequality reverses. So now you have an inequality. So a fraction is less than 0. So if a fraction is less than 0, what is your conclusion? Numerator by denominator is less than 0. That means numerator and denominator should have opposite signs. Numerator and denominator should have opposite signs. So this implies there are two cases now. Case 1, 25x plus 17 greater than 0 and 8x plus 3 less than 0. This is one option. Or 25x plus 17 less than 0 and 8x plus 3 greater than 0. You can have either this or this. So this implies x is greater than minus 17 by 25 and x is less than minus 3 by 8, or x is less than minus 17 by 25 and x is greater than minus 3 by 8. So either this or this. So here you need to find the simultaneous solution. Here you need to find the simultaneous solution. You have to find the union of these two. So what is the first solution? X is greater than minus 17 by 25 and x is less than minus 3 by 8. So which of these is smaller? So something like minus 17 by 25 is something like 0.6 something. This is 0.4 something. So minus 17 by 25 lies on left side and minus 3 by 8 lies here. So the first solution says that it's greater than this and less than this. Greater than minus 17 by 25, less than minus 3 by 8. So what is the simultaneous solution? It's in between minus 17 by 25 and 3 by 8. So x belongs to minus 17 by 25 and minus 3 by 8. If you go to the next equation, minus 17 by 8 minus 3 by 8. X is less than minus 17 by 25 and x is greater than minus 3 by 8. So what is the simultaneous solution for this? No solution, because there is no common solution for these two. So the solution is either this or this. You need to do the union of this and this. This set is null set, there is no solution. This set has a solution, x is in between this. What is the union of these two? The union of this will be the same thing. So the solution of this inequation is this. So now let us go to our third equation. X plus 5 by x plus 2 is less than 0. X minus 5 by x plus 2 is less than 0. So this inequation can be solved very directly. So you already have 0 on the right hand side, so you don't need to do anything extra. So x minus 5 by x plus 2 is negative. A fraction is negative implies numerator and denominator should have opposite signs. That is x minus 5 greater than 0 and x plus 2 less than 0, or x minus 5 less than 0 and x plus 2 greater than 0. So this implies x is greater than 5 and x is less than minus 2, or x is less than 5 and x is greater than minus 2. So these two are simultaneous linear inequations. These two are simultaneous and there is an or in between. That is, you need to combine these two solutions. So let us plot these solutions on a real number line. X is greater than 5 and x is less than minus 2. So can you see that there is no common solution? So the solution for this is 5, because you have an and. Both of them have to happen. Both of them have to get satisfied. So there is no common interval. Or, so if you take the second one, 5 and minus 2. So x is greater than minus 2 and less than 5. So you have a common solution, that is x belongs to minus 2 comma 5. For this side to be valid, x has to be in between minus 2 and 5. So now this or this, that is 5 union minus 2 5 is minus 2 comma 5. So the final answer is x belongs to minus 2 5. So this is how we do type 3 problems. So now let us go to type 4.